Welcome to another edition of our Spotlight series, in which we throw the spotlight on one of the most popular destinations on the planet. They call it the City of Lights, the entertainment capital of the world, the Adult Disneyland, the Gambling Mecca, the place where anything goes. Las Vegas is so many things all at once, and yet if I had to summarize it in 3 simple words, they would be glitz, glamour, and grandeur. Vegas puts forth an award-winning gastronomy scene, mind-blowing clubs, mesmerizing shows, anything from Cirque Du Soleil classics through world-acclaimed magicians, exclusively contracted singers, impressive hotels, highly anticipated award shows, and sporting events, and literally everything in between. Vegas is undoubtedly happening year-round, and even though the summer temperatures are absolutely scorching, there are plenty of pools and pool parties alike, where one can cool off and cool up. The winters are super mild and the indoor activities more than abound. Yet as a person who has had to deal with the Vegas weather for more than a decade now, I could firmly declare that the months of April, May, September, and October are simply glorious. Vegas is an easy drive for most Californians, Arizonians, and Utahns. Yet, considering its never-ending international tourist stream, most people arrive by air. There are direct flights from Heathrow, London, which are really convenient. Once on Vegas soil, moving around is done mostly by taxis, Ubers, Lyfts, and the likes. One thing I would note here, please do not be fooled by the seemingly close to each other hotels. Distances are enormous, and exploring even one hotel can achieve your daily steps goals. Indeed it does. Yes, Vegas can be done on a budget. That's a story for a whole other video. However, if you want to do it properly and splash yourself in all the opulence, you should bring your big wallet and your spouses. Besides you having as much choice of accommodations here as there is in a cereal aisle in America, there are some time-tested Vegas classics, which you simply cannot go wrong with. The Bellagio is one such item. With its hand-blown glass ceiling lobby and a bit of the classy old-school Vegas elegance, it is no wonder it has kept its top position through the decades. Aria, which is part of the ultra-modern city center complex, is another great mega resort, where you have absolutely everything at your fingertips. Wynn and Encore and the Venetian and Palazzo also managed to stay classy, hip, and happening. An honorable mention here goes to one of my personal all-time faves, the Cosmopolitan. Such a unique, innovative, and uber-cool place, featuring one-of-a-kind spaces like Dry Bar, where you can have your haircut and drink it too. Because let's face it, when in the party city, you simply have no time to waste doing a dry haircut. There are also the urban-looking food court, the bar that is completely enclosed in a giant chandelier, the secret restaurant behind a pawn shop, and millions of other mini surprises of the sort. You can always count on Cosmopolitan to stay on top of the latest trends and to live up to its philosophy, just the right amount of wrong. But since this video promises to tell you what's new in Vegas this year, let's take you inside the latest Hilton Vegas venture, Resorts World. Just when you think Vegas cannot get any more over the top, you are greeted with Rolls-Royce Row in every color of the rainbow. Great Gatsby-inspired lounges and other lavish bars, sexy, sleek casino, Asian street market food court, in which you almost don't need to speak to others as you place your order on machines, giant virtual reality spheres, beer pong competition bars, vegan ice cream parlors, who knows how much else. Yes, the New York and Paris gastronomy scenes might be as classic and legendary as they come. But trust me, when I say this, the toque of honor can easily be given to Vegas. Nowhere in the world can you find as many celebrity chefs in one compact space as in Las Vegas. More than 40 big culinary shots have hung their shingles at one of the resorts along the Strip, giving tourists who visit Sin City every year an ample variety of very splashy places to dine. And is there a meal more sought after and spoiled than the brunch? If you feel like a Tulum-style beach house atmosphere with deep house beats, check out the new on-the-scene Cassie at the Virgin. If, however, you are like me and nothing screams brunch better than a classic French bistro-style cafe, then look no further than Bardot at Aria. Prepare to be reintroduced to classic French cuisine with a twist only Chef Michael Mina could bring. The menu features iconic French comfort food and an array of both new and old world wines. The brunch also boasts signature everlasting rosé, cognac cart, Diane's Bloody Mary specials, and a cocktail menu with a subtle nod to Ernest Hemingway's time in Paris. Not to mention the largest vintage chartreuse list in the city. The Vegas dining scene has come a long way from afterthought coffee shops and buffets to a celebrity chef-helmed Mecca and so-called gourmet rooms galore. Today, Las Vegas covers just about every genre of food imaginable at every price point. If you're in the market for a fancy dinner and wonder what is the latest and hottest on the scene, honorable mentions go to Delilah at Wynn, Casa Playa at the Encore, the Mayfair Super Club at Bellagio, and the Caviar Bar at Resorts World. But honestly, nothing will top the XO Pot at the Venetian. An interactive culinary experience like no other, with flair, excitement, and lots of material for your social media of choice. You get towers of seafood, meats, and Asian vegetables, which you can cook at different temperatures yourself in boiling pots of chicken or lobster broths. Talk about unique. And in true Vegas style, the most important part of the meal, namely the dessert, is just as flamboyantly spectacular as everything else in this city. Medieval forest pirate festivals, Christmas drive-through lights. Just joking. We all know the real reason everyone steps foot in Vegas. To party like a rock star, of course. The only thing that can compete with the celebrity chef trend is that of the celebrity DJ. I doubt that there is a big-name world-famous artist who hasn't graced the Vegas decks at one time or another, or who does not have a weekly residency at some of the hottest clubs on the planet here. The Vegas clubs are nothing short of phenomenal, and the party atmosphere is unsurpassed. The city goes totally wild every year for the Electric Daisy Carnival, which takes place on an open-air motor speedway and brings in festival goers from around the globe. Accompanying it, clubs around town throw pool parties to keep you entertained during the day as well. Some of the coolest clubs remain Omnia at Caesars and Access at Wynn, especially when they throw their annual 3-day event Art of the Wild in late March. The festival features day pool parties and night events spanning over 3 days with a lineup that makes the Ibiza summer season a kid's play. Hakkasan at the MGM is still impressing with its humongous slab rock walls and unbelievable sound system. And even though Resorts World has seriously stepped up the competition game with its new Zouk venue and the Moonbeam parties, Encore Beach Club still remains one of my top party spots. There are plenty of free and not so free attractions and activities to choose from. But if you only do one thing, let it be the fountains and gardens of Bellagio. Each season, the enormously talented horticultural and engineering teams transform the 14,000 square foot botanical garden into a showcase of inspiring sights, sounds, scents, and colors. Spring, summer, fall, and winter are all featured along with a special display for Lunar New Year. When the seasons change, so do the displays. The talented conservatory team changes out the design and also replants and repurposes as much of the living plant material as possible, further celebrating Mother Nature. The staff has the ability to achieve seasonal designs by selecting flowers that complement the trees, gazebos, bridges, and ponds, and can add or remove water features so as to enhance the seasonal effect. Orange and yellow, brown and gold are used to match the fall foliage. This ever-changing natural display of extraordinary beauty, wonderful fragrances, and magnificent colors of the seasons take over all of your senses. Also, don't forget to indulge in some incredible gelato at the adjacent patisserie and to walk off your crib in Bellagio's stunning lakefront, enjoying one of the most famous Vegas attractions, the magical fountain show synchronized to evergreen music. In order to have a seamless Vegas experience, it is much better to book everything in advance. The city is constantly buzzing. There are no hours of the day or seasons of the year in which Vegas is quiet. Therefore, booking your show tickets, club entrances, and restaurant reservations in advance will ensure your ultimate Vegas vacation. Of course, there is more than plenty for those of you who prefer to leave things to chance. Go with the flow of the universe and leave room for some hangover-style adventure. Let this crazy city guide you every step of the way and ensure that you stay entertained. Instead of giving you the obvious here, like fancy sparkly dress or tux and high heels and flats to get you back to your hotel room after the heels, I would break the rules and tell you the opposite. Pack lightly. Besides being a #1 destination for various other things, Vegas shopping is just as unsurpassed. So no matter where you come from and what your style is, you will need that extra suitcase space. Even though the fashion show mall is the more popular version, I would say if you'd like to spend a pretty penny and love the luxury sprees, the shops at Crystals are where you need to be. With so many multifaceted experiences, Vegas could attract almost any traveler, from the upscale business gentleman here for a one-of-a-kind convention to the family of 5 enjoying shows and attractions. But let's face it, the ultimate goal And theme of a trip here is to be entertained, to forget the real world and escape reality for a few days. Party hard enough to miss your flight home, if you can handle it, that is. So obviously the place is perfect for the bachelorette party, birthday trip, romantic revival getaway, college reunion, heck even a milestone event like a wedding, or simply the good old guys, girls weekend away. Hope you enjoyed this bird's eye overview of Las Vegas. I know we've barely just scratched the surface, but I promise to do some more in-depth videos in the near future. I will link all the places I mentioned in the description below, so feel free to revisit when you're ready for a Vegas adventure of your own. And please don't judge me on my subjective rating. I am a little biased, of course, but hey, these images speak for themselves, right? Also, check out our other Spotlight Series editions of Bansko, Bulgaria, and the 5 Elements Hotel and Mineral Spa. Subscribe today for more virtual vacations, and remember, time is travel.